Hey, Meta. Here we go. Okay. Good morning. That's more like it. Okay. Hi, everyone. Okay, one moment. We're going to start standing today, everybody. Okay, I think everybody is now in. So let's start to bring awareness to our breath. Stand up nice and straight. Relax your shoulders. Close the lips. Start to breathe through the nose. You can close the eyes if that helps you focus for a moment. Bring our attention inside. Breaths of about 4 or 5 seconds to inhale, same to exhale, in and out through the nose. Draw a line at the side of the body from the ankle to the hip, shoulder, and ear. You're standing in Tadasana, mountain pose. So make the next breath the deepest, longest breath yet. Completely fill the lungs. And when they're full, try and sip in a little bit more air. Slowly let go. We're going to open our eyes, go back to more regular breathing, but keeping the lips sealed for the whole hour. We'll start today with a short forward fold before going in to sun salutation. So let's begin today by breathing in and stretching arms up. We're going to open, in fact, we'll keep the feet together. Keep stretching up, keep breathing steadily. I'll just adjust my camera a little. Okay, I promised on Facebook some wiggling. So let's wiggle. We go from left to right, banana asana. Keep breathing steadily, try and synchronize your movement with breath. So with the hands, interlock the fingers, but release the index finger. Okay, wiggle left to right a few times, and then stop in the middle. Breathe in and stretch up again. Try and make your spine go up an inch or two. And then we're going to lean to the right. We push the hips slightly to the left. Take the upper body to the right. Keep the shoulders in line. If you notice your shoulder curling forward, pull that back. Keep pressing out through the arms. With the inhale, really stretch out. And with the exhale, maybe you can bend down a bit more. Keep breathing steadily. And then change. Inhale, come back to the center. Stretch up, reach up, and then exhale, lean to the left. Push the hips out to the right. Keep breathing steadily. Keep your face and forehead relaxed. Press out through the hands and lock out the elbows. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, maybe you fold down a bit more. Change. Inhale, come back to the center. Next, we're going to lean backwards. If anyone has back issues, put your hands on the lower back. Otherwise, we keep stretching up, reaching up. Breathe in and then breathe out. Push your hips slightly forward and lean backwards. Try and keep the biceps next to the ears. Inhales, lengthen the spine. Exhales, lean back. Change. Breathe in, come up. And breathe out really slowly, forward, forward. We're going to bend the knees. Come down nice and slow. We're going to open the feet now. Walk your feet apart, hip width. And grab your elbows. Hang in ragdoll. So the knees are bent so that your belly will touch the thighs. Bend the knees as much as you need. Maybe they're really bent or maybe they're more straight. Just grab the elbows, swing side to side. You can also bob up and down or rock slightly backwards and forwards. Keep everything really relaxed. Steady breathing. We let gravity pull the head towards the floor, decompressing the neck and spine. Ragdoll. We'll stay here for 3 more breaths. To turn it on a bit more, you can push your knees backwards and stretch the hamstrings. Change. Let go of your elbows. Now, really slowly, we start to rebuild the spine. We suck in the belly and start to stack the vertebrae on top of each other. Reconstruct your spine very slowly. Keep the belly sucked in. Last thing to come up is the shoulders and the head. And when you reach the top, roll the shoulders back a few times. Okay, let's go into our sun salutation. First one, it's going to be done really slowly. We hang out in each position for 2 or 3 breaths. So put your feet together, toes touch, heels touch. Breathe in, stretch up. Full lungs as you reach the top. Look up. 2 breaths. Breathe out, suck in the belly a bit. Slightly bent knees, fall forward. Trying to get our fingertips in line with the toes. Head hangs down nice and loose again. Change. Next, we come up halfway with a flat back. Stretching the head and neck forward. Roll the shoulders back away from the ears. You can press your hands into the shins to help stretch the head and neck forward. Change. Fold down. And then step back to high plank. If this is too hard for you, you can put your knees down on the floor. Otherwise, press down in the hands and try and round out the space between the shoulder blades. Next, chaturanga. Exhale and lower yourself down through a press up or put your knees on the floor if it's too hard. Okay, we inhale from here, slide forward to upward dog. Look up. Your toenails are now into the mat. We'll go through all 4s and get ready for downward dog. So in downward dog, the middle finger faces directly forward on the mat, and all your fingers press down into the floor and both palms press into the floor. It's like your hand is glued to the mat. Next, we take the weight into the hands, put the toes into the floor, take the knees off the ground, suck in the belly and send your hips up to the sky. Then we push back with the hands so the biceps are next to the ears. Keep the knees slightly bent and you can start to pedal both legs. First down dog of the day. We bend alternate knees left and right, kind of shaking your tail from side to side. Head and neck are totally relaxed, so the head just looks between the feet. Keep breathing steadily. Keep trying to keep the elbows straight. And then hold still. Try and work your heels towards the floor, stretching out the calves. Keep sending your hips up towards the sky. And change. Look forward between your hands and take tiny steps forward into a fold. Fully exhale and then inhale. Arms go sideways, engage the core. reach up, stretch up. Let's make 2 more sun salutations. So exhale, forward fold. This time a little quicker. Inhale, come up halfway, flat back. Exhale, step or jump back into high plank. Lower yourself down while exhaling. Inhale, slide forward, upward dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, push back, downward dog. Inhale, look forward, and then exhale as you step or jump into a fold. Breathe in, stretch up, reach up, 4 lungs at the top. Look up towards the ceiling. Breathe out, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway, flat back. Exhale, step or jump back to high plank. Lower yourself down whilst exhaling. Inhale, slide forward to up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, push back to down dog. Inhale, look forward, and then exhale as you step or jump to the front of the mat into a fold. Breathe in, stretch up, reach up sideways, and exhale, hands into prayer. Okay, you should be feeling nice and warm now. We're going to move into our warrior series, hands on the hips. So first we take a big step back with our right foot. Check your hip bones, face directly forward. So it should be a slight gap between both feet. Front foot is directly forward. Rear foot is about 45 degrees. Next we breathe in, stretch our arms up high. Again, try and get the biceps next to the ears. Hands can be together, or if your shoulders are really tight, you can open the hands. Next, we bend the front knee. So we check the alignment. The knee is above the ankle, and we can see the big toe on the front foot. The rear leg is straight at the knee, and we're pressing down through the outside edge of the back foot. Keep stretching up every time you inhale, and maybe twisting the right hip in as you exhale. You can look up towards the hands, and if you want to go a little deeper, draw a line backwards with the hands into a back bend. Change. Exhale, bring your hands down, hands on the hips, step the feet together, and let's do that on the other side. So this time, big step back with your left foot. Breathe in, arms sideways, stretch up. Breathe out, bend the front knee. So if you want to challenge yourself, you try and get 90-degree angle on the front leg. If it's too hard for you, you can be out further. Just go as deep as you want. Breathing in, stretching the hands up. Breathing out, twisting the left hip in, pressing through the outside edge of the back foot. Hip bones face forward, front foot is straight forward, back foot is around 45 degrees. But the most important thing is the hips face forward. Keep stretching up. Maybe you can lean backwards and make a back bend. Never any need to go deeper than you want. 2 more deep breaths. Slowly change. Hands to prayer, hands on hips. Step the back foot in. Next we go to warrior 2. So this time we step back again with the right foot. However, this time our hip bones face the side of the mat. So front foot will be directly forward. Rear foot will be about 90 degrees. So I'll show you from the front. So from the front, the heels are in one line. In warrior 1, we have a slight gap between the feet. In warrior 2, the feet are in the same line. We take the arms shoulder height, palm down. Check again that you can see the big toe on the front foot. And the knee is above the ankle. Stretch your arms in opposite directions. Keep stretching them apart to open the chest and compress the shoulders. We are looking just in front of the middle finger on the front hand. Keep the spine straight. Breathe. Let's take a final breath. And then change. We straighten both legs. We're going into triangle. The feet should be just wider than the hips. If you've got a nice wide stance, walk one of the feet in. Just slightly. Okay, next we lean forward, stretch forward. The hips come out a bit at the back. And when you can't lean anymore, you hinge at the hips. Wherever your hand touches, where it stays. Press your knuckles into the shin. That twists the top arm round. Straight line from the top arm to the bottom arm. You can look down, straight forward, or up at the top hand. Steady breathing. Keep the weight spread evenly across both feet. Take some nice deep breaths. Try and fill the lungs as you inhale. Let's take a final breath. And we go out the same way we went in by inhaling and engaging the core. Back to warrior two arms. Put your hands on the hips and step the feet together. So, warrior two and triangle on the other side. This time, from the front of the mat, we step back with the left foot. Hip bones open to the long side of the mat. Bend the front knee, arms shoulder height. Let's take a check that we can see the big toe and that the knee is above the ankle, never in front of the ankle. Keep the spine nice and straight. Stretch the arms in opposite directions. Go back to your breath. Focus on the breath. We are looking just in front of the middle finger. Keep the back leg locked out. Take another quick glance if you can see the big toe on the front foot. If not, the knee needs to come slightly out to the side. Final breath. Change. Straighten legs. You can heel toe the back foot in if you need to make it a little shorter. Keep strong arms and lean forward. Stretch forward. When you can't stretch anymore, just hinge. Knuckles press into the shin. Both legs are straight at the knee. Look down, forward or up. Feel a nice strong connection across both feet to the ground. Spread the weight evenly on both feet. Steady breathing. And fill the lungs with each inhale. Final breath. And to come out, breathe in, engage the core. Okay, we're going to turn the front foot in. This is called Prasalita Padottanasana, wide leg, forward fold. Keeping a straight spine, breathe in, lengthen the spine up. Pigeon toe the feet so the toes point in and the heels point out. Exhale, forward fold. We're trying to keep the spine super straight. So when you feel the spine rounding, take your hands down. You can put them on the floor if you need, or you can put your knuckles into the shins to help you go more into the stretch. So we're thinking of stretching the head and neck forward to make space in the vertebrae. Then as you exhale, try and fold down a bit more. All the time, try and keep a straight spine. Roll the shoulders back away from the ears. Keep the weight spread evenly across both feet. Okay, looking good, everybody. If you're more flexible, maybe you can grab the outside edges of your feet. Otherwise, keep pressing the knuckles into the shins. We can take 3 more breaths here. The knees are locked out or just slightly bent. And to come out, we breathe in, engage the core, strong, stable spine, come back upright, and now take the hands behind your back. We breathe in, open the chest, roll back the shoulders, breathe out, forward fold. Try and keep the heels of the hands together if you can. If not, you can open them. Keep stretching out through the elbows. Trying to take your hands up towards the ceiling. Folding forward, the spine can be slightly rounded. We're focusing more on the shoulders than the back here. Again, the knees are either locked out or slightly bent at the knee. Steady breathing, face and forehead relaxed. And slowly change. Breathe in. With control, we come back upright. Now we bring it to the center. You can either heel toe your foot in, you can take 2 steps or 1 big step. Breathe into the center, breathe out, hands into prayer. Okay, take a little sip of water if you need. Next, we try some single leg balances. First one is Vrikshasana, tree pose. We start at the front of the mat, feet together, toes touching, heels touching, super straight spine. So in the balance poses, we always have something in front of us that we're going to fix our vision on. It helps us stay balanced. So let's start picking up the left feet and putting them back down, grounding down evenly across the foot. Especially ground down to the big toe. Next, we pick up the right foot and you can place it below the knee. Or if you feel more stable, you can put it above the knee. The hands come into prayer and find your focus. Breathe steadily, keep your vision fixed on something in front of you. You can stay here, or if you want, you can breathe in and take your hands up. Find any expression of tree pose you like. So some people like to interlock their fingers and flip the palms upside down. Others, you can also put your hands wide with the fingertips spread out wide. We take 2 more breaths. Really stretch up as you inhale. And then final exhale, lower the hands down, lower the foot down. And change side. So we pick up the right toes a few times, put them back down. Press down through the whole foot. So you feel the heel, you feel the little toe and the big toe, all making connection. Especially ground down through the big toe, and then pick up the left foot, put it below the knee or above the knee. I'm trying to keep the hips level. Hands can come into prayer, and you can stay here, or you can breathe in and stretch up. Any version of tree pose you like, or every version. Keep your focus. The standing leg is really strong and straight. Final 2 breaths. With the inhales, really stretch up. Try and feel your spine grow. An inch or 2 up towards the sky. Final exhale, release the hands down into prayer. And release the foot. You can shake off the legs, shake off the arms a bit. Okay, you can wiggle the hips. Have a little dance. I see you. Okay, next one's going to be Eagle. Garudasana. Feet together, heels touch, toes touch. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out. We're going to cross the arms. Right hand goes under the left. Cross at the elbows. 3 options. Option 1, hands on the shoulders. Option 2, palms together. Option 3 is to interlock the fingers. Doesn't matter where you are. It can be here, here, or here. Move the elbows up and down really slowly. Start to mobilize the shoulders. And then hold the elbows down. Next, we suck in the belly, sit back into a chair. You can stay here, or you can pick up the right leg, take it over the left thigh. You can stay here, or you can put the left foot behind the right calf. We try and get the knees and the elbows into the center line of the body. Find your focus. We're looking at something in front of us that we can fix our vision on. Steady, slow breaths help us keep balance. Sit down a bit lower. Pull your elbows down a bit more. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. First, unravel the legs. Press down through your feet. Breathe in and unravel the arms. Breathe out. This time, left arm under the right. Bring the elbows slowly up and down. Start to open the shoulders. Next, let's suck in the belly. Sit back into the chair. Next, we're going to pick up the left foot if you want. You can stay here, or you pick up the left foot. Place it over the thigh and maybe around the back of the calf. Sit down. Pull the elbows into the belly. Find your focus. Breathe. Let's hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Unravel the legs. Press down, unravel the arms. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hands into prayer. Okay. Quick time check. Time to go down to the mat. So let's go down through a sun salutation. Breathe in, stretch up. Inhale. Breathe out, forward, forward. Slightly bent knees. Come up halfway, flat back. Exhale, step or jump back, high plank. So from here, we lower ourselves down, or put your knees down. The hands should be under the shoulders, and we stay here. So lay flat on the ground, fingertips in line with the shoulders. I'm just going to make adjustments to my camera. Here we go. Good. Cobra pose. In Cobra, we keep the legs together. Zip up the legs. We press our toenails into the floor so that the knees lift off the ground. So we kind of engage the legs, the quads, calves, everything. So our knees will lift off the floor. Okay. Squeeze the legs together. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then lift the torso. Stretch forward and stretch upwards. Only using core strength. The hands should be able to be removed and stay in the same place. Every breath in, stretch forwards and upwards. Breath out, try and relax the back. Relax your face and forehead. Keep the elbows in, shoulders down. 3, 2, 1. Change. Tap your chin on the floor. And now walk your hands 2 hand paces out to the side. 1, 2. Okay, next, relax the legs. Everything from the waist down is relaxed. Breathe in, breathe out, and then push with your hands. So this time it's all arm strength. Lift the torso up, look forward, look upward. Keep the legs relaxed. Keep the glutes relaxed. Bring the elbows in and drop the shoulders down away from the body. Look up, stretch forward. Nice deep breaths. Follow the breath through the nose. Feel the breath move down the body towards the feet. Full lungs in and out. 2 more breaths. And to come out, we do on an exhale, we go forward and down. Put your arms by the side. Turn your head to the right, left ear on the floor. Just relax down into the mat. Take a breather. Just let everything sink down into the floor. Change. Come back to the center. Let's go for our diagonal back strengthening, back bend. 3 poses now. We keep the forehead on the floor. So put your forehead on the floor. Stretch the arms forward and stretch the legs backward. Keep your forehead on the ground with the chin slightly into the chest so that the back of your neck is nice and straight. Next, we lift the right arm and left leg. So stretch the right arm forward, stretch the left leg backwards. Both of them go upwards. Keep the forehead on the floor. Keep breathing steadily. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Change. Switch side. Left arm, right leg. Let's go. Stretching forward, stretching backwards. Breathing steadily. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Change. This time, both arms, both legs. Let's go. So it kind of feels like someone stood in front of us, pulling our hands forward, and someone stood behind us, pulling our legs backward. Keep your forehead on the mat. Keep breathing steadily. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Change. Put your arms by your side. Turn your head to the left. Right ear on the floor. Take a rest. Change. Come back to the center. Salabhasana, otherwise known as locust pose. Or if you do my kids yoga class, it's Wonder Woman. So take a breath in. Take a breath out. We lift the legs, lift the arms, lift the torso. Kind of like an aeroplane. Your feet are apart. Stretch forward, stretch upwards. Nice deep breaths. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Change. Lower down. Turn your head to the right. Change. Look to the other side. Just even off the neck stretch. Look to the left. Right ear on the floor. Change. Come back to the center. Push yourself up to all fours. And let's just spend a few moments in child's pose. So sitting, your hips as close to the heels as you can. Stretching the arms forward, head on the ground. Pulling your fingers into the mat. This is a really relaxing pose. Really good if you feel anxious or if you're having trouble to sleep. Change. Come onto all fours. We're going to go to pigeon, a hip opener. It can be really useful to have a cushion or a block ready for pigeon. You might not need it, but it's good to have it. We'll put it to the left side of the mat. And now we're going to take the left knee to the left wrist. So slide the left knee to the left wrist. Next, we take the left foot to the right wrist. So you just kind of pivot the knee across like that. Take it as close to the right wrist as it can go. Now, it might be back here. It might be kind of 45, or it might be more towards 90 degrees, doesn't matter. Wherever your foot stops is where it stays. Next, we slide the right foot and right knee backwards, and that starts taking the left hip down. So I'm going to switch my position. Slide the left foot and left knee back. Notice this hip starts moving down towards the floor. If you find there's a big gap between the hip and the floor, use a cushion. Put a cushion or block under that gap to support the hip. Always good to start on the hands, and you can stay on the hands the whole time if you like. Suck in the belly, start to breathe into the left hip, and start working the left hip closer to the floor. You can stay here the whole time, otherwise you can go down onto your forearms, always keeping a straight spine. If you have a really big space between the hip and the floor, like more than 2 fists, stay up on the hands, otherwise start to go down. Always want to keep a straight spine. Breathe into the left hip. With each exhale, try and relax the hip joint. Nice, steady breaths. Close the eyes, relax the forehead, relax the jaw, face, and shoulders. To really relax, to go deeper into this stretch. If you feel your hips really moving, you can take out the block. Some of us might just stay on the block the whole time. Take 3 more deep breaths. You can maybe build a pillow for your head with your hands, or you put a cushion underneath your head. If you're more flexible, you stretch your arms out to the front. Let's slowly think about coming out, back onto the forearms, onto the hands, lifting the torso, and then we walk the right knee and right foot in, and then we slide the left foot and left knee back out to all fours. Okay, changing side. This time the cushion or block goes to the right. We're on all fours. Just check that your hips feel level and your shoulders feel level, and keep them that way throughout the pose. Okay, we take the right knee to the right wrist and slide the right foot towards the left wrist. Might be totally different on this side. Then we start to take the left foot and left knee backwards, dropping the right hip down. Suck in the belly. Start to breathe through the nose. Send the inhale down the body into the right hip. So if you're breathing properly using your diaphragm, when you inhale, kind of feels like the inside of your belly is pushing on the hip. It's kind of like you get a massage from the inside of the abdomen. So you can stay here. You can put the cushion underneath the hip if that helps. Or if you feel your hip moving down, you can go down to the forearms. Maybe build a little pillow for your head with your fists. Really focus on the breath. Close the eyes and try and pinpoint wherever the tightness is. It's like we zoom in to the hip joint and locate the tension. Breathe into the tension and relax with every exhale. Face relaxed, forehead relaxed. Should never be painful. If it's painful, always back off. You can always go back a step if it becomes too much. Steady breath flowing in and out through the body. We'll take 3 more deep breaths here. We slowly think about coming out. Back to forearms. Back onto the hands. Okay, next we walk the left foot and left knee in. Slide the right foot and right knee out. We shall flip over directly onto our back and lay in Shavasana. Just lay flat on your back, palms open to the ceiling. You can close your eyes for a few breaths, just relax everything down into the floor. Feel yourself sink down into the ground. Total relaxation. Slowly open your eyes. And we're going to come up to seated position. A good way to do that is to bend the knees. So your feet are flat on the ground. And roll over to the left or right side. And press yourself up with your hand to seated. So we need to make some forward bends now. It can be a good time to sit on a block or a cushion. It just helps to lift your hips a little bit, makes stretching into the hamstrings easier. So you can use a strap if you have one, or a belt. So with the belt option, we wrap it around the ball of the foot. Keep the knees slightly bent. Without the belt, we breathe in and stretch up. Breathe out, interlock the fingers on the ball of the foot. Keep the shoulders level. Usually the right shoulder comes up. Okay, with the belt, we sit with a nice straight spine. We try and get contact between the navel and the thigh. And then as we exhale, we straighten that leg to the point where the belly leaves the thigh. Then we go into the breath. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Always you try and keep the neck relaxed, shoulders relaxed, face and forehead relaxed. Breaths in, make space in the vertebrae. Breaths out, we fold down into that space. Two more breaths. And then slowly release. Come back to seated. And we'll go straight to the other side. Switching legs. With a strap, or if you don't have a strap, you breathe in and stretch up. Breathe out and fold. So keep the shoulders level, suck in the belly, exhale, fold down. Every breath in, make your spine a bit longer. Every breath out, relax, release, fold down. Keep awareness to the breath. Keep a super straight spine. And change. Release the foot, come back upright. You can let go of your belt. We do the spine twist now. So we remove the block. Or if you feel like it's too uncomfortable with the block, you can keep it in. So left foot goes forward and the right foot goes outside the left knee. Check your hip bones are on the floor. If one of your hip bones is up, then the foot goes on the inside. Okay, otherwise, right hand post at the base of the spine. Breathe in, stretch up the left hand. Breathe out, twist to the right and hook the elbow on the knee. Now we take 3 breaths, 3 twists. Breathe in, lengthen your spine up. Breathe out. Push your elbow into the knee and twist to the right. Breathe in, lengthen the spine. Breathe out. Twist more to the right. One last time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist and hold it. Turn your head to the right. Turn your eyes to the right. Hold it. Slowly change. Release. Come back to the center. Unravel the arms. Unravel the legs. Switch side. Really good cleansing pose. Kind of squeezes all your internal organs. Okay, moving to this side. We pick up the left foot, put it outside the right knee unless your hip bone is up, and then you put it on the inside. So this time, left hand post at the base of the spine. Right hand, breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, twist to the left. Hook the elbow on the knee. Suck in the belly. Breathe in, lengthen the spine. Breathe out. Pressure elbow into the knee. Twist the torso to the left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist your torso to the left. Inhale, lengthen. Last one. Exhale, twist everything. Head, neck, eyes. Don't work too hard though. Hold it. Change, release, come back to the center. Both legs out to the front. I'm going to hop back onto my block just to help lift my hips a little bit. I always have tight hamstrings, so I always use a block. Make a peace sign. Peace, man. Grab the toes. Knees slightly bent. So we go back to our breath. Inhales to lengthen the spine. Exhales to fold down. Always trying to keep us flat, straight back. It's like our feet are pressed flat on a wall. If you notice your little toes curl in, press out through the big toes and curl them back. So the whole feet is like pressed flat on a wall. Inhales, make space. Exhales, fold down. Shoulders relax down away from the ears. Pull with the fingers. Maybe you can straighten the legs a bit more. Steady breath. Final breath. Change, release the feet. Sit back up straight. Bring the heels to touch. Soles of the feet touch. Now bring the heels as close to your hips as you can get them. Sit with a straight spine. Use your thumbs to open the soles of the feet like a book and press your elbows into the thighs, rotating the hips down, knees out. So let's go back to the breath. You can even close the eyes here if that feels good. 4 or 5 seconds inhale. 4 or 5 seconds exhale. And at the end, we're going to round down. We're going to suck in the belly and try and take our head towards the feet. Release. Slowly change. Come back to seated. Bring your knees together. Lay flat on your back in Shavasana. Okay, time for just a few more poses. Let's go with wind removing pose. Lay flat on your back, bend up the right knee. Interlock the fingers on the knee and pull the knee into the chest. The left leg just stays straight out in front. Your head needs to be on the floor or on a cushion or on a block. Chin into the chest, which keeps the back of the neck straight. To go deeper in this pose, drop the knee out to the right side and pull it more towards the shoulder. Keep breathing steadily in and out through the nose. Breathing into the right hip. Try and stay with a circular movement of air, coming in, down to the right hip and out, from the hip back out the nose. Change, release the right leg. Straighten out the right leg, bend the left leg. Interlock the fingers just below the knee, pull the knee into the chest. Go back to your breathing. To go a step further, drop the knee out to the left side, around the rib cage, pull it more towards the shoulder. Breathe into the left hip. Change, release that leg, straighten it out. Now bend both knees. Two options. Option one is to put your hands on the knees. Option two is to wrap your hands around the knees and grab your own elbows. So pulling both knees into the chest, head on the floor, chin into chest, suck in the belly, and now think about your tailbone, the very base of the spine. Think about trying to flatten your tailbone down towards the mat. So suck in the belly and work your tailbone down towards the floor. And it stretches the very base of the core out, lengthens the base of the spine. And change. Release your feet. Put the soles of your feet flat on the ground. We'll take one bridge pose. So, with your fingertips, just tap the heels to check your heels are in the right place. Keep the knees parallel. Don't let the knees come out to the side. Press the palms of your hands into the floor. Lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Pressing down into the ground with the feet. Keep the legs parallel. Try and relax the glutes and relax the hamstrings. If it gets too much, slowly lower yourself down. Otherwise, stay here for 3, 2, 1, change. Okay, let's do one more bridge pose. We're going to make it an advanced version. You can do the same version of this, or you can come into the advanced version where we lift up the feet. Breathe in, breathe out, lift up the hips, press down through the feet. Okay, you can stay here, or we pick up the left foot and straighten the left leg forward in there. So straighten the knee, hold it. 3, 2, 1, change, lower down, take a breath, switch side, pick up the right foot. Stretch the right foot forward, hold it for 3, 2, 1, change, lower down. Put your hips down on the floor, straighten both legs, then bend your left knee. Okay, final spine twist. We put the left big toe behind the right knee, and then we take the right hand and grab the left knee. Then we roll over to the right side, bump your hips very slightly to the left. Then left hand goes palm down, shoulder height, look at the left hand. If you can't get that hand on the floor, if it's really difficult, then put it palm up near the head. Then gently press into the knee with the right hand and just relax. Feel a nice twist which starts at the toes all the way up to the top of the skull. You can close the eyes and keep the eyes closed. Press gently with the right hand. Stay with the breath. Circular flow of breath. Flow of energy moving through the body. Sink down into the floor. Final breath. Change. Release the knee. You can keep the eyes closed and roll back to the center. Switching sides, bending up the right knee, right big toe behind left knee. We put the left hand on the right knee and roll over to the left. Bump the hips really slightly to the right. We're looking for a straight line from the foot all the way up the leg through the spine. This time the right hand goes palm down, shoulder height, and we look at the right hand. Unless that's too hard to do, in which case you put it palm up near the head and look up. Press with your left hand into the knee. Go back to your breath. Relax down into the floor. Take a quick scan of the body. Everything is relaxed. Face relaxed, jaw relaxed, shoulders, neck. Just a little pressure through that knee and in the right hip. Fulfilling breaths through the nose. Keep your eyes closed. 2 more breaths. Keep the eyes closed, release the knee. Straighten both legs, lay flat in Shavasana. Flat on our back, both legs stretched out in front. Heels can touch, toes can drop out to the side, or your heels can be apart. Knuckles down on the floor, arms away from the body so your hands and your legs don't touch anything. Try and lay completely still. Try and just let go, surrender down into the floor. We keep our awareness with the breath. In any meditation, you can use the breath as a kind of anchor, something to keep your attention on. If anything else pops up into your head, just try and let go. We can spend 2 minutes laying in Shavasana in total silence. Just try and stay with the breath. I'll let you know when that time is up. You'll hear the sound of a gong. So stay with the breath just for a minute longer, no rush. Slowly start to move the fingers and toes, start to wake up the body. You can feel free to stay here in Shavasana as long as you like, Otherwise, bend up your knees and roll onto your side. Slowly come into seated position. If you want, or feel free to stay on your mat, laying down. This is where we close the class to everyone. Thank you for joining, creating some good yogi vibes every morning. We got at least 3 countries or 4 countries every day. Tomorrow is what I call the experience class. If you have done 3 or 4 yoga classes, then you can do it. If this was easy for you, then you can definitely do it. I just throw in a few more balance poses. It goes a little quicker, and there are a few less cues. Hope you can make the most of your day. Okay, it's crazy times, but let's try to stay positive. Have a good day. Thank you, everybody. See you soon. Bye.